Alright, here we have a K40. Laser beam comes out here, hits the first mirror, hits the second mirror, hits the final mirror, and then to the lens. So this one here is hitting a little bit low, and then we move it close, now it's low, so we try to put it far away, a little bit lower, but hey, we can actually fix that. So what we do is we tweak the mirror. Okay, put it far, we center the device, got it, dead center. We did great there. Okay, but then we put it close again, and now we're off. And we checked far again, we're dead center, we got it, we got two corners in, and that one's way off. So we aim it close at the thing, and now it misses completely. Okay, so we can't hit it at the center far, we can't hit it at the center close, so what are we supposed to do? We tweak this one, we tweak the first mirror to make it hit, and no, now we just shot the cat. Nowhere close by. Okay, we try it far, and now it's hitting us in the eyeball, and we're pulling our hair out. So, rather than just randomly do this, what we actually need to do is a method called ACDC. So, this is the distant point. So, that's distant. This position here, where it's striking here, is the close point. So the A point is actually on the other side of the C from distance. So it's located about here. Okay, so how do we know that? Here's just the beam from the first mirror to the second mirror. We can move this around. This will just be the tilting of the mirror. Now, what matters here is that this is a perfectly aligned thing. If it's perfectly lined up with this, it will not deviate. So no matter where I go along this line, it's going to remain the same. Now, it doesn't matter if my mirror is over here, it's still the same. This is what we're actually looking for, is the point where everything overlaps and that the air drops to zero. So we know that it's hitting here at the far point. So we put it at the close point, and now it's striking here. But we also know that the ratio from the aligned point to the close point is equal to the ratio between the close point and the far point. So at the aligned point, where it's coming out of the laser, it'll be 0. So we know that it's only deviated as far as the distance has gone. So if we put it far, we can check where that point is. It's located here in this little intersection of this box. Then when we put it close, we find that it's located here. Now we know that the ratios are the same, so what we're actually looking for is the point that's through this point to where the air drops to 0, which will be located approximately the distance between these two ratios. So if we start here, we go here, so it's going to be even further along that same line. So what we do is we aim here because we know what the ratios are, and then when we aim here, we have it perfectly aligned. So knowing ACD, we can perfectly align our laser just by checking the close and the distant point. So we know close, we know distant, now it's perfectly aligned there. But you'll notice it's not actually hitting our laser head. So what we actually do in this case is we move the laser head. There's little bolts that unscrew on the laser head, and you just shift them all down some. Now, that perfectly aligned laser is actually striking where it's supposed to strike. But we might not have known that if we didn't know that the alignment point, the close point, and the distant point are in a line. But knowing that, we can perfectly align our laser and then figure out where the center should be. ACDC. So if we're going to do the last little bit where we align this mirror, it was already pretty close, but you hit here, that's a little bit up, then it's that much farther up. So all we have to do is figure out the ratio between the close point, so the alignment point should be here, just on the other side of it. So we aim it down there, and then we put it to a far distance, and then at the far distance we can tell that's a little bit off, and so we just adjust it to hit that point better. And now we're spot on in both our X and our Y. And that's how you follow ACDC. And I understand this example is a little simplistic because it's two-dimensional rather than three-dimensional, but the air is linear, so it's linear in all dimensions. So it'll be a diagonalish line, but the alignment point is still just on the other side of the close point, equal to the ratio between the distant and the close points where you're putting your laser head.